All right, what's going on, guys? I'm here in Manhattan right now. I'm at Washington Square Park, and I'm here with a boot camp student of mine. Lately, honestly, I've just been doing so many boot camps that I just use my boot camp students to film my videos, so that's what's happening today. And I've got an awesome student here. We're on the very last day game session, and I just went on an amazing rant to him that I have to give to you guys. And I said to him afterwards, I said, this might be the #1 key to all of game. All right? You're not speaking confidently about your life. So I look back at a time in my life where I delivered pizzas, right? And, do you think delivering pizzas is the most, clouded job where it's like, oh man, this guy delivers pizzas, that's so cool, whatever. No, nobody's excited about the fact that they're on a date with a guy that delivers pizzas, right? But what I never ever did is I never let that show that I had any sort of insecurity about it, okay? I would say to these girls, I'd say, yeah, I deliver pizza. They're like, so what do you do? Oh, I deliver pizza for blah, 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 right? And they'd be like, oh, I love that place. I'd be like, yeah, I love the job. It's great. I make a ton of money. I drive around, listen to podcasts all night. That's how I framed it, right? So I'm talking to my student right now, and, without giving away too many details, he lives in an amazing place. And I said to him, I said, bro, I've heard you talk to girls about where you live, and you just kind of like toss it in there. You just sort of sprinkle it in there. Can I say where you live? It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's not gonna fucking identify who you are. Who cares? Look, so this dude lives in like Financial District, right? Which in New York, telling a girl that I live in FiDi is fucking, it's clout, right? They want to be with a guy that lives in FiDi. It's straight up immediately is like, oh, who is this guy? Okay. Not only that, but I told him, I said, what do you live near? And he said, well, pretty much out the window, you can see the Brooklyn Bridge, and I'm very close to World Trade Center. And I said, bro, so right now, all you're saying to girls is, I live in Financial District. But what you could be saying is, oh yeah, I live in FiDi. It's the Financial District. Do you know what I'm talking about? And then say, you can pretty much see, you can see Brooklyn Bridge from my window. I'm kind of between there and World Trade. And then what I said to him is, I said, you're living the New York dream. Everyone I know that ever moved to New York, and they're like, I live in New York City now. I'm following my dream. They live in some fucking shithole studio up in Queens with 4 other roommates that got horizontally split, and they just have to crawl around their apartment, right? Don't laugh, don't shake the camera. So look, this is what I'm saying. The life that you have right now, sure, maybe it's not exactly what you want yet. The body you have right now, sure, maybe it's not exactly what you want yet, but find confidence in the fact that you are on your journey. And these different aspects of yourself, speak shamelessly. There's this expression where they say the loudest one in the room is typically the weakest in the room, or the loudest in the room is the one with the lack of confidence. You know who created that fucking expression? Insecure motherfuckers that can't handle when somebody has a spotlight and they don't. Joe Rogan talks about this. He says that this is why people heckle at comedy shows. When you heckle at a comedy show, this is literally what's happening. You have such a weird need in your brain to be the center of attention, to be the focal point of love and affection, that now when you're in a room that you're meant to be silent and there's somebody up on the stage that's actually getting all the laughs and all the attention, people that are heckling, they literally are feeling this anxiety within them that says, affection and love are a zero-sum game, and I'm not receiving it because the comedian is receiving it, and so now I need to speak up so that way I get the love and affection. That is literally why people heckle, right? And so the world is made up of tons and tons of people that can't stand when others have the spotlight. So what's easier, being in a room with, somebody that is, holding court, as they say, maybe telling the best stories, all the women are paying attention to, all the guys are homies with. What's easier, for you to admit, oh, you know what, man, that's a really cool guy and I could maybe get on his level one day? Or is it easier for you to be like, oh, well, you know what? He's the loudest in the room, and you know what? I think I'm the more stoic man, and so I have more confidence in the loudest in the room. It's a bullshit quote. It's a bullshit expression that pisses me off. Shamelessly speak about yourself when you're on dates. Shamelessly speak about yourself in conversations with women. Wrapping up this video now, you're having these conversations, you're doing day game, you're doing night game, you're talking to girls, and you're just giving these little morsels of who you are. Understand that all pickup is giving a sample to a girl and saying, here's this free sample, here's a sample of what the full entree would be like. Now, if you enjoy the sample enough, you're gonna want the entree. That's all you're doing. So when you're having these bullshit, bland ass conversations where you're just, I live here, I work here, yeah, that sounds cool, that's all right, nothing charismatic, not shamelessly talking about yourself, the sample sucks, she's gonna fucking flake you and she doesn't want the entree.